Hey team, just Matt here. Just wanted to shoot a quick video to explain probably in a little bit more detail, not too much detail, in answering a question from one of our members tonight regarding why it's good to rest in between intervals. Obviously, like that. I take a lot of pride in obviously the way that I put the programs together, and the reason that we sort of rest for the amount of time that we do in between the intervals is based upon the fact that if we want to train at a high intensity and get the best results possible, then we need to basically have enough rest so that when we go to work again, we've recovered enough to let the heart rate come down so that we can go high again. Unless we want to do something like triathlon, like marathon running, like long distance running or swimming, then there's very little, there's a much better benefit to be had from actually taking the heart rate high, bringing it down, taking the heart rate high, bringing it down, rather than just kind of flatlining. So if you imagine if we were to do a session whereby we went really, really hard, and we just tried to keep going really, really hard, it's not rocket science that obviously eventually your intensity would come down. So there, after a while, the benefit subsides. Okay, it's a bit like if you were to do a session about say 50 to 60% of what you could have done it, and you go for an hour. Okay, you're not going to then use as much energy, burn as much body fat, get as much benefit in terms of your strength as you would if you were doing your short intervals like we do at Blast. So the reason that we let the heart rate come down is so that we can then go high again. And what that does eventually is that as we go up, okay, and come back down, up and back down, we cross what we call the threshold, okay, the anaerobic threshold. And that is at the point at which we go from using oxygen, and we cross into using glycogen stores, okay. And it's that where we cross over from using oxygen to using the stores within the muscles and the liver, utilizing those stores of energy. And it's that where we then use that as almost like what we call like a debt. After we finish training, we repay that, and that's why the benefit of going high and coming down, okay, is particularly good for fat loss, particularly good for health. And not only those two things, but if you imagine that we're then utilizing those stores, okay, your body then becomes much better at storing fuel within the muscle, okay, so then you store less body fat as a result of that. So by going high in terms of intensity and heart rate and then coming down, that's going to give you a lot more benefits. So hopefully that answers the question. I think I did it tonight anyway, but just so everybody else is clear on that whilst we're doing it. So just say it's awesome to be back coaching, really enjoying it, and looking forward to seeing the rest of you tomorrow morning to finish off week 2. Cheers, bye.